So the USFL college draft just started this past hour. I'm not sure exactly how it's. I don't know if Tanner, like, if he still wants to try to go for the NFL, how that's going to work out, because they're basically their season starts in, I think, April 15th, somewhere around there. The draft isn't too far along, the NFL draft, but I guess it's just kind of interesting. So there weren't a whole lot of big names here, and I was wondering how this college draft is going to work out, because you kind of got to pick guys that aren't going to get a shot at the NFL. So, like, there's that bubble of guys that are
You're kind of banking.
NFL or not, and then there's the
banking on
level below that, I suppose, which is probably not quite NFL. But it's interesting to see as these leagues pop up. Of course, the USFL and XFL. How many of these guys will get the shot at the NFL in the end? Of course, we all know that happened eventually with Rod Smart. He and some other guys in old versions of this, but Tanner Morgan, 8th pick, and not a first-round pick. There's 8 teams, but only 7 teams got a first-round pick because one had some roster mismanagement issues, which got their pick taken away, their first-round pick. So, anyways, I think I will. We picked our XFL teams, right? We didn't pick our USFL teams.
Oh, I have mine from last year.
You have yours from last year.
Yeah, the defending champions, the Birmingham Stallions.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because I picked correctly. It doesn't really say. I looked up USFL, NFL. The USFL has not clarified which players will be available for its 2023 draft. They did announce there are approximately 3,000 players eligible to play professional football. In total, only 80 of the 3,000 eligible players will be selected in this draft. And then it says it isn't clear whether all selected players will play for the USFL or if some will play for other leagues while the team in question holds on to their rights.
Okay.
So they'll have their rights, but if they get drafted by an NFL team, they're more than likely going to play for that, or
at least
practice,
shot.
Go to the practice squad, all that stuff. So, yeah, very interesting.
Yeah.
Who do you want USFL contracts?
Yeah.
How much they're going to pay?
Like to see that. Yeah.
Total max salary, $60,500. Active player, $5,350 per week. Inactive, $2,500. Training camp, $400 per week. Championship win bonus, $5,000. So it went up because in their first season, players were given $4,500 per week if active, and $1,500 if inactive. So it went up a little bit under $1,000 for active, and it went up exactly $1,000 for an inactive player. So there you go. Yeah. So, the USFL making money.
In other words, if Tanner Morgan's picked in the NFL, we'll try out the NFL.
100%.
Get a lot more money from that.
Hey, but this is good. This is pretty good
it's
money.
Not bad, yeah.
Pretty good money.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Oh, and it has happened. The 15th pick of the USFL draft. It is Adrian Martinez, Kansas State quarterback. Adrian Martinez. I got a Kansas State picture.
He ain't gonna play for you.
You don't think so? You think he's going to get some NFL pick? The New Jersey Generals, 15. Which, by the way, is the former place of Battleground. Mike Riley hooking back up with Adrian Martinez. No! Things are just perfect in the world.
Mike Riley never had Adrian.
No, didn't he?
Dang it. One pick later. Birmingham had the 14th pick. Dang it.
You wanted Adrian.
So close.
I
didn't know Adrian was part of it.
I didn't know either. That's what's so exciting about this draft is it's basically who knows? Who knows who you're going to
Damn it.
But your long argument that Adrian was going to play in the NFL
it's still up for grabs.
We'll see. But I think he's going to start at least in the USFL.
No. He'll get picked. He'll get picked in the NFL draft. You you wait.
Now, listen, I'm not the biggest.
Look, a second-round USFL draft pick is at least a sixth-round NFL draft pick.
Right? That is not true.
You watch yourself.
But I am a little bit surprised would you take Adrian Martinez or Tanner Morgan? We've watched both those guys for 8 years now.
The type of offense that I like to run on Madden and NCAA football, Adrian Martinez.
Yeah. I'm surprised that he got picked below Tanner Morgan. And some of that could be, what's
same round.
He gets a chance. Same round.
Michigan they just wanted a guy who throws the ball a little bit better. Whereas New Jersey's like, all right, you're gonna lead the league in rushing.
Now, I will say this: if Adrian Martinez starts playing the USFL, I'll definitely watch.
100%. I'm gonna watch. Like, I'm still a Stallions guy.
Yeah.
But
you're not gonna jump ship.
No, I never will.
You're that committed to your
never.
USFL
Yeah,
team?
never will I. But I will root for Adrian Martinez to have tons of success with the New Jersey Generals.
I like how quickly you caught my Mike Riley and Adrian connection, which there is none.
There's zero connection. You said it, I go, wait, no, that didn't happen. That's not true.
I think Mike Adrian might have been committed by the time Mike went to that basketball game. So there might be some.
Definitely.
Some Nebraska.
100%.
So what we always wondered, what would have happened if we would have kept Mike Riley and had Adrian Martinez come in? We'll get our answer.
I don't think Adrian would have came in. He was going to Tennessee. If Adrian goes to Tennessee, Hendon Hooker never happens.
Is Adrian Joe Milton if he goes to Tennessee?
He's Hendon Hooker.
Where's he Hendon Hooker?
He's Hendon Hooker.
I don't know about that.
Heisman finalist until he gets hurt.
I'm very intrigued.
Heisman winner until he gets hurt. Now. Shout out to the USFL for keeping things interesting.
Here's another question. Would you rather have Tanner Morgan or Aiden Kaliak-Manis?
Ooh. What's my receiving core look like?
Right. Tanner needs to go back to that. What was it? 2000?
Yeah.
I mean, he's been around forever.
If
2019, whatever year it was.
If I have an elite receiving core, Tanner Morgan. If I have a so-so receiving core, Kaliak-Manis.
And Kaliak-Manis has to use his legs a little bit. That was the whole idea. Yeah. I thought of him coming in, and then he didn't do that against.
No, if I've got receivers out the wazoo, then I'm putting a pocket passer in there, and I'm loading up on offensive linemen. That's what I'm doing.
We'll see. We'll follow along. We'll see if any Huskers are picking this USFL draft again. Adrian,
what are you talking about? One already was.
That's not a Husker. That says Kansas.
Oh, I'm sorry. Once a Husker, always a Husker. Boom. First line. Martinez played in Nebraska for 4 seasons before transferring to Kansas State.
He's got a lot of records here. And a Big 12 championship.
He became one of just 3 Power 5 quarterbacks over the last 15 seasons with 300 rushing yards and 7 rushing touchdowns over a 2-game span, joining Louisville's Lamar Jackson and Auburn's Cam Newton.
One of those things is not like the other.
Since the 2000 season, he is one of just 4 QBs in that span to total over 2,800 career rush yards and 9,500 career pass yards. The others are Colin Kaepernick, Cody Fajardo, Malik Cunningham.
He's very Malik Cunningham. I think him and Malik Cunningham belong in the same sentence.
Loved watching Malik Cunningham in Louisville.
He was always he was that borderline. He's good, but should we start him?
Yeah, it's he's good and he's good enough.
Yeah,
but
could probably upgrade.
But it's always could we?
Yeah.
If we do, what is this person going to do? But maybe they'll do this better, but they won't be able to do both of them.
He wasn't so good that Luke McCaffrey didn't think he could go in there and beat him.
Yeah, well,
that didn't work out.
That was a bad idea on everybody's part.
Yeah, it just didn't work out. I don't think we talk enough either about how the Adrian Martinez storyline that we all feared last offseason and couldn't stop talking about played out exactly.
Pretty much played out.
Exactly how many people that doubted Scott Frost expected. I mean, that was exactly what you worried would happen. Adrian would go over, win the Big 12 championship in Nebraska, would melt down before conference play, and have to fire Scott Frost. That's exactly what happened. The worst case scenario.
Adrian Martinez was successful somewhere else running a totally different offense.
Yes.
And Nebraska was not.